Welcome to the Coin Curiosity channel. In this video, we are going to be attempting to analyze as many of the remaining coins that were in the collection that was purchased a few months ago. There is a playlist on the channel. I do encourage you to go check that out to see if any of those videos strike your interest. But we have Walking Liberties, some additional V nickels. We have a large cent, and I would argue probably about 20 other additional coins that we need to get through, and they are all in, for the most part, either coin flips or these plastic containers, which is why they were set aside and not originally included as we were going through the bulk of the coins in previous videos. So let's jump right into it. The first coin that we have underneath the scope is a 3-cent piece. 3-cent pieces were minted from 1851 until 1889, and specifically with the silver 3-cent pieces, or the Trimes, they were minted from 1851 until 1873. There are three varieties. Variety 1 is 1851 to 1853. Variety 2 is 1854 to 1858. And Variety 3 is 1859 until 1873. So what we have underneath the scope is a Variety 3 silver 3-cent piece. The designer was James B. Longacre. The weight is 0.75 grams. These silver coins are very small. We'll go ahead and try to. So we have a penny that is on the, or a small cent, I should say, that is in the background, and the foreground is that silver 3-cent piece. You can see how truly small they are. Which is part of the reason why they ended up becoming, I'll say, unpopular and not continued. But as mentioned, the weight is 0.75 grams. It is comprised of 90% silver and 10% copper. 90% silver and 10% copper. The diameter is 14 millimeters. It has a plain edge, and all Variety 3s were struck at Philadelphia. There are known to be proof examples for pretty much the majority of all of the years. The 1860 silver 3-cent piece had a mintage of 286,000. And your value range on the low end would be the spot price of silver, if you were really getting taken to the woodshed, as they say, but up to a potential high price of $1,000. And we have the 6-point star in the middle, the shield that is in the center of that 6-point star. United States of America goes around the perimeter of the coin with the date at the bottom. And then on the reverse, so we have 13 stars that go around the perimeter with an ornamental C, and then the Roman numeral 3, which is indicating the denomination of the coin. I do appreciate having some of these 3-cent pieces and as well as 2-cent pieces in the collection, as they're just unique. You don't, of course, see them often. We've all pretty much grown up with the standard denominations of small cent, nickel, dime, and $quarter. But we'll go ahead and pull this out, and we'll attempt to show that overview. But that is the 3-cent piece. Let's move on to the next coin. So the next coin that we have is a large cent. And we have an 1835. So we need to do some analysis on this coin. They ended up redesigning the matron head, so this main portrait, in 1835. And I will go over at least what I look for to make a determination on what I believe the coin is. And if any of you, of course, disagree, please leave a comment below, and perhaps I will have my mind changed as to what coin we're actually looking at. But the matron head for large cents were made from 1816 until 1839. The designers aren't necessarily known for the initial version, but they believe it was potentially Robert Scott or John Birch. The modified matron head was designed by Christian Gobrecht. I'm probably pronouncing that incorrectly, so I do apologize. But the weight of the coin is 10.89 grams. It is comprised of copper. The diameter is 28 to 29 millimeters. Or, again, if you have the modified matron head, 27.5 millimeters. It does have a plain edge and minted at Philadelphia. So the modified portrait, or the modified matron head, will end up having a significantly longer chest portion that is shown, and I will go ahead and try to get a picture up on the screen. But because this does not have that elongated upper chest region showing, this is what leads me to believe that it is the original design for the matron head. So once we have that, then we need to determine, do we have large stars or small stars? And the easiest way to determine that is to come down and look at the date. And because the 8 looks to be at an equal height to the 1 and the 3, this is leading me to believe that it is a small 8 with small stars. The large 8, again, would look significantly larger. I'll try to get a picture up. And then with the stars, the large 8, this star would be a little bit closer to the hairline, as well as this star would be closer to the hairline. And again, the picture for reference. So I believe, again, that it is an 1835 small 8, small stars matron head. Now, altogether, with all the different varieties, they had a mintage of 3,878,400. The small 8 in stars is the second coin that you'd want to acquire. The first coin that you'd want to try to get your hands on is the large 8 in stars, then the small 8 in stars, and then the head of the 1836, that modified version. So with this one, you're looking at a low end of around $30 up to a potential high price of $1,750. So there's the front of the coin. Go ahead and take a look at the reverse. Again, all struck Philadelphia, comprised of copper, and here is that overview. All right, let's get to the third coin. Our next coin that we will be looking at is a Liberty head nickel, minted from 1883 until 1913. The designer was Charles E. Barber. The weight is 5 grams, comprised of 75% copper and 25% nickel, diameter of 21.2 millimeters with a plain edge, minted at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. And the mint mark, if the coin were to have one, would be just underneath this little dot right in this area. So there is no mint mark. So we have a Philadelphia 1906. And let us get the data on that. So there was a mintage of 38,612,000. Your low price is approximately $2 to a high price of $450. And there's that reverse, fairly worn down. And our next coin is another V-nickel. We can see portions of the word Liberty in the headband, which is good to see. So we have a 1912, and let's see if there is a mint mark, which we do have, and that appears to be a D. Well, we'll go ahead and zoom in, and yeah, that's a D for Denver. So we have a 1912 Denver Liberty head. There was a mintage of 26,234,569 that were minted. I strike that. I was reading the Philadelphia numbers, so please strike what you just heard. It probably would be easier for me just to delete that out, but I like showing the rawness of the video. So the 1912 Denver had a mintage of 8,474,000. So nearly 1/3 of the Philadelphia mintage. So 8,474,000. And you have a low end value of approximately $3 to a high end of $1,250. Look at the reverse one more time under the scope. Not a bad looking V nickel, all things considered. You can still see part of the motto E Pluribus Unum there as well. And there we have the overview shot. All right, our next coin. This is another 1906 V-nickel, 38,612,000 minted. Again, a low end of $2, high end of $450. I'll do a quick overview. Since we've already seen a previous 1906, this one looks to be in similar condition. Probably a little bit better, considering the reverse is not as run down. Our next coin. So here we have a 1901 Liberty nickel, and I will just add in here, if there are known major varieties, I will be speaking regarding them, but what we've already looked at, 1912 and the 1906 do not have any major varieties, and the 1901 does not either. But the 1901, only minted in Philadelphia, so no mint mark, had a mintage of 26,478,228, and you have a low end of $2 to a high end of potentially $450. All right, let's get to our next coin. All right, we have one more V-nickel. So here we have a 1900. There is known to be a doubled die reverse. And so we'll go ahead and try to check for that, see if we have it. But the mintage was 27,253,733, with a potential low end of $2 up to $500, unless of course you do have a doubled die reverse, which could get up to $875. And so there are various places you can look for the doubling. You can look in the word America. It's going to be hard to see with the deterioration of the V-nickels that we have been looking at. And I don't see any doubling. In America, now I'm just looking at the word cents, and I do not see any doubling here. You can usually see it fairly well, and as I've mentioned in previous videos, if you got to be zooming in and using a scope to high level of magnification to see a variety or to see the doubling. I wouldn't necessarily attribute any value to it, as opposed to, again, a very pronounced error or variety, such as the 1955 wheat cent, that has the very strong doubling in the date. But I do not see any doubling, so I believe this to just be a normal 1900 V nickel, and I will throw up the picture of the double die reverse on what you would be looking for. Here's that quick overview. And we'll go ahead and look at one more coin. And our last one is a Liberty Walking $50. So they were designed by Adolph A. Weinman. Their weight is 12.50 grams, comprised of 90% silver, 10% copper. The net weight of pure silver is 0.36169 ounces. It has a diameter of 30.6 millimeters. It has a reeded edge, and they were minted at Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The mint mark for your 1916 and 1917 Walking Liberties is just underneath the motto, "In God We Trust." And on your other years, your mint mark is located just to the left of the rock that the eagle is sitting upon. And I know I'm not going into many details on the coins, but this is AW for Adolph A. Weinman. So 1945. There is a known major variety that does not have those initials, the AW. So we do have them. So we just have a non-rare 1945, or a non-major variety is a better way to phrase that, 1945. There was a mintage of 31,502,000. And you have a value range of $13 to $105. Here's that overview. Well, everyone, we're getting down to the very last coins of this collection purchase. I'd say we probably have less than 20. And again, trying to go through them fairly quickly. But still giving all the information that I possibly can. I do thank you for joining me on this adventure. As always, I appreciate any amount of time that you spend with me here on the Coin Curiosity channel. If you do enjoy the content, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button with the notification bell so you can stay up to date when new videos are uploaded. We try to get 3 out every week. Sometimes we'll do additional videos just to get content out there and allow you to have something to watch if you're having a slow day. Please leave a comment below. And don't forget to like that video if indeed, again, you enjoyed the content. And until the next video, I thank you on behalf of the Coin Curiosity channel for being here with us. Take care.